are more likely to be positive, like those in nursing homes and assisted living facilities. And despite numbers going up because of more testing, Dr. Mendoza says we're not doing too bad, all things considered.
I think we're on the right track, but I think we need to be vigilant. You know, we see signs that are reassuring every day, and we see signs that are concerning every day. When we look at the hospitalization numbers, yes, they look like they're going up, but we've got to dig into that. And, you know, at the end of the day, are people sicker now? I don't believe so.
Mendoza adds that on average, 5 more people are being admitted than discharged in county hospitals. We'll have much more about this coming up at 6. And of course, the full interview is on our website, rochesterfirst.com. In Brighton, Rebecca Fath, News 8.
Thank you, Rebecca. Monroe County Executive Adam Bello and Congressman Joe Morelli say the county needs federal funding to help balance the budget. Jack Watson joins us with this story.
As they forecast their finances for the next year, local governments have to forecast how much they'll lose because of COVID. They want federal legislation that would let them use funding from the CARES Act, the first federal stimulus, to balance the Monroe County budget. On a Zoom call today, Bello and Congressman Joe Morelli discussing that need with other local leaders. A few weeks ago, the county projected a revenue loss between $68 and $122 million because of the pandemic. At the city level, Rochester's recent budget proposal had a similar need. As the budget director said last week, they'd need $65 to $70 million in federal dollars over this year and next. The Monroe County executive saying it's not an expenditure problem, it's a revenue problem.
If we can take the CARES Act money that we've received and that Congressman Morelli fought for, and if we can have that change, the parameters change, so we can use it to offset revenue losses, then we can avoid those what are going to be countywide budget reductions to a lot of our programs.
Now, right here on News 8, we'll get the chance to ask Congressman Joe Morelli some of your questions. That's coming up later tonight at 7. Outside our studio, Jack Watson, News 8.
Thank you, Jack. And Governor Cuomo made another argument for his proposed Americans First law today. The law keeps corporations from getting government funding if it does not rehire the same number of employees it had before the COVID-19 pandemic. Cuomo said the health crisis is not an excuse to cut jobs.
It would be such a scandal and a fraud if these corporations were allowed to receive government money, lay off workers, and then government taxpayers had to subsidize the workers who were laid off. So my law is very simple. If you take government funds, you must rehire the same number of workers you had pre-pandemic.
If you have questions about federal funding or any concerns over COVID-19, News 8 is offering another chance for you to get some answers. Our next town hall is tonight at 7 p.m. Congressman Tom Reed, Joe Morelli, and John Katko will be here. Send your questions to newsroom@WROCTV.com or through Facebook and Twitter. And due to the Town Hall Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune will not air at their normally scheduled times, tonight's episode of Wheel will air at 1:37 in the morning. Jeopardy will air at 2:37 a.m. New York's Democratic presidential primary will be held next month. An appeal by the state to stop it was turned down by a federal court. The Board of Elections had called off the contest over COVID concerns, and with only Joe Biden left in the race, the state says it will not appeal the decision. All New Yorkers can now vote by absentee ballot. Local colleges don't know what the future holds for the fall semester, but Nazareth College is already preparing for an on-campus return. Kayla Green talked to the college president about their plans.
Officials here at Nazareth College are hoping the campus will be buzzing with activity again by the end of August. Multiple teams have been working on plans for a safe return for students. Nazareth President Don Braveman says they started working on these plans even before state guidelines for colleges come out because it's very time-consuming. He says they're looking at everything from screening students daily to one-way hallways and stairwells to social distancing in classrooms. He says touchless faucets are already being installed in bathrooms. Dining hall and dorm room changes are also being discussed. Braveman says they're also preparing for the possibility of staying online and everything in between.
Even if we go live on campus, some of the courses might have a combination of in the classroom and online because let's say we have a class that holds 30 people, but we're only allowed to have 15 in it. So we might have one day, part of the time, the class, one part meets in the room, and then the other part is on a Zoom call, and then we flip it.
Nazareth's plans to move to on-campus learning are being guided by health agencies. The plans are also subject to state and federal mandates. In Pittsford, Kayla Green, News 8.
Thank you, Kayla. Education falls into phase 4 of the New York State reopening plan. The governor has not released guidelines about colleges reopening just yet. Well, the New York Civil Liberties Union is asking the Rochester Police Accountability Board to investigate after a mother says her 10-year-old was handcuffed by Rochester police over the weekend. The RPD says the girl was handcuffed for her own safety. Police Chief LaRon Singletary said officers on scene said they were worried because she kept moving into oncoming traffic. The girl was put in the back of a police car. Police said she was not arrested or charged with a crime. Her mother says officers went too far.
But for someone to arrest a 10-year-old and take her to jail because she's scared and put handcuffs on her and hurt her wrists and, you know, too tight, she's screaming.
The Civil Liberties Union issued the following statement, quote, "The incident reported yesterday raises serious alarm about the practices of the Rochester Police Department and calls for an immediate investigation of why officers escalated a routine traffic stop into the handcuffing of a 10-year-old child," end quote. Chief Singletary says the department has started an internal investigation. Data from New York hospitals show that the majority of new COVID cases were found, COVID-19 cases, among minorities. So today, local organizations are holding a pre-screening event for those communities. The screenings will be at the Father Tracy Advocacy Center off North Clinton Avenue. There, people can ask questions about possible COVID symptoms, check temperatures, and more. No other testing will be done, but they will help you find a test site if you want one. Dr. Linda Clark with Common Ground Health says one of the biggest hurdles these communities face is social distancing.
We're relational people, and I think that's what's hard about spreading the message, because the way we usually spread messages are in places like church and in family gatherings, and that's not what we need to be doing right now. So we've got to be creative about it and really keep preaching the message that when you practice these things, you're protecting your grandma, your abuela, you're protecting, you know, the other people in your circle.
Today's pre-screening event is on North Clinton Avenue. It takes place from 3 to 6 p.m. There will be Spanish speakers to help as well. The U.S. Treasury Department will be sending debit cards to some people who have not gotten their relief payment. Up until now, payments have been directly deposited or sent as a paper check. About 4 million payments will be sent on the Visa debit card, and it can be activated and used right away. And the New York Farm Bureau is helping farmers find employees. Some farms are expecting to see a drop in employees and workers get the virus. Anyone looking for temporary work can apply on the Bureau's website and be matched with a farm in their area. Farmers can search the applications, but the Farm Bureau says it's up to the farm owners to screen each applicant. If you want to apply, just visit nyfb.org. More News 8 after these messages.
You're watching News 8, the team you can trust. John Kutchko and Chief Meteorologist Eric Snigle. This is News 8, first at 4. News 8, sponsored by Celino & Barnes.
If you're considering new windows, consider this. Right now, you can save $200 or more on every Wonder window installed. Get no interest financing for 5 years. Shop from home with no pressure, no hassle, and no obligations. Buy direct and save today. Wonder Windows.
The freedom of riding a motorcycle on the open road can be a thrilling adventure. At William Attar, we know that motorcycle riders can face many dangers while riding and may sustain severe injuries in a crash. The William Attar Serious Injury Team has been trusted by thousands after a crash. Let our focus and experience help you. After a crash, call William Attar at 444-4444 or go to williamattar.com.
Here we go again. Woodbridge wine for $3.79 after rebate. Hi, it's Leanne from Lisa's Liquor Barn in Penfield. Famous Woodbridge by Robert Mondavi is great for any occasion. Available in 8 delicious types for just $5.79, and save even more when you buy a case of 12 with a $24 mail-in rebate. Your final cost for this amazing family of wine, just $3.79 per bottle. Just $3.79. What a deal. Only at Lisa's Liquor Barn in Penfield. Why pay more?
We represent thousands of Western New Yorkers suffering from respiratory illnesses and cancers, including mesothelioma. We understand that they're particularly vulnerable to the coronavirus. We want the community to know that during this crisis, we continue to attend to the legal needs of our clients and potential clients. Please don't hesitate to call or email, as our phone lines and website are in full operation. We're here to serve you.
If you can buy a General Electric appliance for less, I'll eat my hat. Hoffman's will meet or beat any price on any appliance, or this hat sandwich is my lunch. Come in, save money, and I'll have a salad for lunch. Hoffman's is the small money store. Small.
This Memorial holiday, City Mattress is open by appointment, serving the sleep needs of all customers. Our in-stock selection is vast. Our prices, the best we've offered. Visit with a sleep expert today. You'll be sleeping better sooner.
Nominate a local law enforcement officer, firefighter, EMT, or frontline medical personnel for a first responder spotlight on RochesterFirst.com. Sponsored by Duncan.
We know you're ready for summer, and Tops is ready for you with the best deals in town.
You're watching News 8.
Welcome back. Each night we do our senior salute. So deserving. So many seniors out there. We want to tip our cap to them. So we begin with Jalen Rose Hanna, who's graduating from Eastridge High School, and Percy Robinson, who's also graduating from Eastridge. Congrats and good luck. We'd also like to recognize Reese Van Auken and Alyssa Lombardo, graduating from Hilton High, and Kiefer Bryan, who's graduating from Greece Athena High School. And finally, we'd like to acknowledge Kira Russo, graduating from Oakfield, Alabama High School, and Emma Burns, graduating from Greece Arcadia. Good luck to all, and if you know a senior and would like them to be recognized, please send us a photo and their future plans, and click on the gallery at RochesterFirst.com. Memorial Day, of course, is next week, but the American tradition will be celebrated a little differently this year. New York issued guidelines for parties and parades this year. The state is approving parties of 10 people or fewer. That number is based on guidelines sent by the Center for Disease Control, but local governments will ultimately decide if they will allow any gatherings. Car parades are also allowed. Well, Eric's here with a preview of what's next in the weather. I was down in the Finger Lakes region, Eric, and it was spectacular.
Yeah, it was beautiful there. We still have some cloud cover that has been very pesky across Rochester, not for much longer. This is going to go away. We've got sunny skies that break out tomorrow in what is very likely, John, a stretch of the nicest weather we have had in probably half a year coming our way.
All right, Eric, thank you. Still ahead on News 8 First at 4, nerves of steel, or in this case, shale. Amazing work continues at our state parks. See what I captured today next.
News 8, sponsored by Tile Wholesalers.
The Sunday night movies are back on CBS.
These series? Yes.
And not just any movies.
I'm the king of the world!
Paramount's biggest.
That's right, boy!
Grab the popcorn, sit down, and escape from reality blockbusters. So how about we all watch a great movie?
Sandy!
Together. The CBS Sunday night movies are back on CBS.
When you or a loved one, such as a child or a senior, require extra assistance in your home, who can you trust? Choose a provider that is known for their superior customer service, a provider that will be there for you today and tomorrow. Choose Trusted Choice Home Care. Trusted Choice Home Care works with Medicaid, allowing you to hire a family member or anyone you trust as your caregiver. If you have Medicaid, your caregiver receives a paycheck so they can take care of you in your home without the fear of lost income. Best of all, Trusted Choice Home Care makes managing your own care easy. Their trained representatives are there for you every step of the way. From finding out if you qualify and helping you with any paperwork to answering your day-to-day questions while you are receiving care. Your care is too important to trust to just anyone. Trust a provider that puts customer service first. Trust a provider that makes home care easy. Find out for yourself. There's no reason to wait. Call Trusted Choice Home Care today at 770-7722.
I'm Jeff Anderson. For 37 years, we have been fighting for survivors of child sex abuse. Even in these uniquely challenging times, we're still fighting with dedication and devotion. New York law gives survivors a chance to take legal action, but only until August 13th. If you were sexually abused by a priest, scout leader, coach, or teacher, contact us confidentially today. It's time.
At Hyundai, we've always been grateful for our military and first responders. And today, more than ever, we want to say thank you. So this Memorial Day, we're introducing some very special offers, like doubling the service bonus for all military to $1,000 and extending it to first responders, risking their lives to keep us safe. Here's to you and all you do.
Get a Tucson for 0% APR for 84 months or lease for only $149 a month. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
News 8, sponsored by Advantage Federal Credit Union. From the weather team you can trust, here's Chief Meteorologist Eric Snyder.
Slowly but surely, we are breaking free of the overcast skies and starting to climb up with the temperatures, too. You can feel it in the air today. You just that sense that something is finally starting to change, and it is indeed. The pattern is starting to shift on us, and we're going to go to spring pretty quickly. You see a little bit of muddy water there from the Genesee spilling out into Lake Ontario, and if you look close, note the difference in color. You go from that brown hue, that's the actual lake itself, which is much more blue, so kind of neat that you can be able to see both of those. 66, your current temperature in town in Rochester, which at the moment is our high on the day. Might not quite stop there. I think we might have another degree or two in us. Closer toward the lakeshore and Soda, slightly cooler. That's to be expected, 61. Dansville coming in at 73 degrees. We will all be there here in pretty short order. Rest of the evening hours tonight, I do think the clouds are going to still stick around in some capacity. We will clear out, but for the vast majority of us, that'll start to really take hold after midnight, and by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, most of this cloud cover is long gone. We've got abundant sunshine in the forecast for tomorrow. We're not that far away from this being a really different forecast across western New York, and this is the big weather maker along a potent upper level low, and this is so cool to me. What Mother Nature can do, this is like water spiraling down the drain. There it is, clear as day, your upper level low, which is now parked just to the north of Memphis. This is creating lousy weather for a lot of the, let's say, eastern third of the United States, but we've got a kicker here that is our best friend. Big Blue H. High pressure is parked across New England, and try as it might, this upper level low is attempting to fling more clouds and moisture at us, but the high is blocking it. And you will note that stark cutoff line from literally just pouring rainfall to nothing, and you've got blue skies and clear conditions. We will be the benefactors of those blue skies and clear conditions as we go forward for the next couple of days at least. Future view tonight, there's the clouds, there they go. Wake up early tomorrow morning to clear skies. I think it is sunshine all day long tomorrow. We will add several degrees onto the highs tomorrow. I think we're going to take a run at nearly 70, and we're calling this our awesome tracker as we move forward. So look at where this forecast goes. Near 70 tomorrow. It's sunny. And we got Thursday, more sunshine. How about some low 70s? You like that? We'll do it again on Friday. Partly cloudy to mostly sunny, highs in the low 70s. We've got Memorial Day weekend coming up, and I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people outside with this one, for better or worse. Saturday's highs are in the mid 70s. We've got upper 70s expected on Sunday. Memorial Day itself, we could take a run at 80 degrees. Folks, all 6 of these days, this is about as good as you are ever going to get here any time of year, let alone the month of May. And we don't have a whole lot of wind that's going to be involved either. We're kind of cycling this through several days. It's just going to be warm, and this pattern is going to get increasingly warm even as we go into next week. 80 on Memorial Day. We could do a couple of those, I think, as we start going into next week. Now, the deal with this weekend, John, I think there's going to be 1 or 2 showers around. This is fairly common when you get that warmer air, a little more moisture. You get those pop-up afternoon showers. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies will dominate.
That is as good a forecast as you will ever see. Eric, thank you very much. You know, it takes a special breed to scale the gorge walls of the New York State parks in the Finger Lakes region. I captured this today at Robert H. Truman State Park outside of Ithaca in Enfield. Brave souls rappelling down the shale walls there. Now, I showed you this kind of thing a month ago from Watkins Glen. This is done every spring to clean the walls of loose debris to ensure parkgoer safety. It is dangerous work, and it's amazing how much loose stone comes off those walls. Look how high these guys were. All of the popular gorge trails at Robert Truman, Watkins Glen, Fillmore Glen, they remain closed because of the obvious social distancing challenges they present. But the rim trails at those places are open, and that's how I captured this right here. And I'm telling you, I see a lot of these parks. This is something unique. It's fun to watch from my vantage point, and I guess they got to be junkies and love that stuff because it's important work, essential work, crazy work. We want to see something from you. Send us your photos. They could make it into the News 8 photo album. We're going to get today's picture coming up in What's Trending. Also ahead in What's Trending, a Netflix star launching a new line of accessories.
For 125 years, Volunteers of America has been serving those most in need in our community. During this crisis, we continue to shelter, feed, nurture, and care for those who have nowhere else to turn. We're in this together, and now is the time to help.
Families call Newcomer to save money, not spend money. With funerals at only $28.95, families save hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Cremations and funerals can be expensive, but not at Newcomer.
2.49%. The Advantage Auto Loan Rate Sale. 2.49 annual percentage rate when you buy a new car or refinance an existing car loan. Sometimes it's just that simple. Advantage Federal Credit Union.
$0 or $20. That's how low your monthly premium will be if you qualify for the Essential Plan through New York State of Health from Fidelis Care. Now offering dental and vision coverage. Call 1-888-FIDELIS, TTY 711, or visit fideliscare.org to learn more about applying for health insurance, including Medicaid, Child Health Plus, Essential Plan, and qualified health plans through New York State of Health, the official health plan marketplace. Visit www.nystateofhealth.ny.gov or call 855-355-5777.
Do you or a family member have COPD, severe asthma, or other respiratory problems and are unable to work?
Call us today to see if you qualify for Social Security disability.
We used to work for Social Security, and now we're working for you.
Comfort Windows started spring at full strength, helping many in the Rochester area with their home improvement projects.
Then New York was paused and everything stopped. Hi, Fritz Gentili here from Comfort Windows. Many people had to put their home improvement projects on pause too. The good news is everything is moving again. And in this time of need, we're launching the Great Comfort Give Back. Over the past 40 years, you've made us the name you know, the people you trust in Rochester. And we're very thankful. We're giving back to you with extreme savings. Now's the time to move forward with that dream project. Plus, we'll fast forward the process the minute you give us a call or visit comfortwindows.com.
To say thank you, get an unheard of 20% off plus a 5% comfort stimulus discount. Enjoy your project now and make no payments till 2021.
Call or visit comfortwindows.com today. Stay safe, be healthy. God bless.
Here's what's coming up tonight on News 8 WROC.
Are you receiving robocalls you did not consent to? You could be entitled to $500 per call or more. Call my office to see if you have a case.
Welcome back. Time to take a look at what's trending. Carole Baskin, an unlikely star of the hit Netflix series Tiger King, showing off her new line of cat-themed face masks. You can see there's a whiskered cat smile on the mask, along with Baskin's tagline, "Hey, all you cool cats and kittens." You can get it in black or leopard print. They're $11 each, and the website says a portion of the proceeds will go to support first responders and big cats. Sticking with the theme, actress Tara Reid may portray Carole Baskin in a movie adaptation of Tiger King. There are multiple adaptations in the works, including an 8-episode scripted show starring Nicolas Cage as Joe Exotic. Mindy Kaling is reportedly signing on to write the third Legally Blonde movie. Reese Witherspoon is set to reprise her role as Elle Woods. Legally Blonde, released in 2001, follows Witherspoon's character as she sets her sights on Harvard Law School to win back an ex-boyfriend. Time now for the News 8 photo album. Today's picture comes from Joyce Flowers. Hummingbirds return to Avon. Give them a little something to eat or drink. That'll get them every time. That is a beautiful capture. Love seeing the bird captures. And thank you, Joyce, for adding this one to our ever-expanding collection. Back in a moment with a final check of Eric's forecast.
Revisiting the coronavirus pandemic with Congress. Join us for a live town hall with representatives from across New York State. We'll be discussing the latest movement on Capitol Hill and address the concerns of your community.
Tonight at 7 on News 8 WROC. News 8, sponsored by Celino and Barnes.
Hundreds of thousands of people with high cholesterol may live healthier days because of him. She helped improve the current anthrax vaccine to make it more effective and safer. Because of her, there is finally a better vaccine for meningitis B. They're not doctors, scientists, or pharmacists. They're just like you and me. And every day, they're advancing medicine and changing lives at Rochester Clinical Research.
Shop Lisa'sLiquorBarn.com on your time. It's fast, easy, and convenient. Order online and pick up at Lisa's. Lisa'sLiquorBarn.com. Why pay more?
Hi, I'm Mark Fierbacher, president of Universal Imports of Rochester and host of the Grease and Glamour podcast. Spring is in the air and it's time to get your car ready for the nice weather. We will take care of your car efficiently. We will follow all the CDC guidelines and all at great prices. Visit universalimports.com or call us at 381-8677. And for car tips, check out the Grease and Glamour podcast everywhere podcasts are found.
Disinfect from the coronavirus. Exodus Exterminating offers disinfecting solutions for commercial and residential customers. Licensed technicians using EPA-registered products to disinfect against coronavirus get the job done. Call Exodus Exterminating for more information.
Memorial Day is a time to remember. The Vision Hyundai Memorial Day sales event is a time we'll never forget. Lease a new Elantra for $149 a month for 36 months. Or purchase a new Elantra with 0% up to 72 months. See Vision Hyundai for details about deferred payments and job loss protection. A new Elantra for $149 a month or 0% up to 72 months. Click or call for an appointment.
Make the vision decision. Hyundai, yeah!
Submit a photo of your high school senior on rochesterfirst.com.
News 8, sponsored by Celino and Barnes.
The robot surgeon accused of strangling his wife. He's a cutting-edge doctor who performs operations with robots. Cops say he turned on his wife. He says he didn't do it. Next, Inside Edition.
Today at 4:30 on News 8 WROC. You're watching News 8.
One last check of your forecast now with Eric.
We've got a little mix of clouds and sunshine for the next couple of hours heading into our evening. From the low 60s, we'll fall back into the 50s tonight. Be a comfortable night. I think we dropped into the 40s by early tomorrow morning, but how about close to 70 for tomorrow, John?
Eric, I am loving these next 5 days. Thank you very much. And folks, thank you for joining us. We're back in 30 minutes time for the start of News 8 at 5. And promise us this. Have a terrific rest of your Tuesday. Take care.
On RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and our apps for both news and weather.
Firestorm after the president's shocking revelation.
I'm taking it.
This will kill you. And yep, she really went there.
His, shall we say, weight group, morbidly obese.
Then, cruise ship crisis.
Send us home! Send us home!
The stranded crew member who leapt to her death.
And she just got off the ship.
57 days on board and I am off the ship.
And biking boom.
Bicycle sales surge as Americans do everything they can to avoid public transportation.
As the mayor of New York threatens to haul out anyone caught swimming in the ocean.
How about you go into the water and you pull people out?
Plus, what to expect the next time you go to the hair salon.
Perfect. 97.7.
Then, the cutting-edge surgeon who performs operations with robots, accused of strangling his wife, and
Ryan Seacrest.
what he's saying today about his mysterious drooping eye. Now, Inside Edition with Deborah Norville.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us. The reaction has been fast and furious to the news that President Trump has been taking hydroxychloroquine to prevent COVID-19. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi didn't waste a moment to take a swipe at the president, saying in part he shouldn't be on the drugs because, in her words, he's morbidly obese. We've got the latest on the frenzy kicked off by the president's comments.
I happen to be taking it.
The president's revelation that he is taking hydroxychloroquine to prevent COVID-19 is causing a firestorm today.
I was just waiting to see your eyes light up when I said this.
Condemnation has been swift. Fox News' Neil Cavuto warned viewers not to follow the president's example.
We're dealing with the virus, and you are in this vulnerable population. It will kill you. I cannot stress enough. This will kill you.
Trump fired back on Twitter. Fox News is no longer the same. You have more anti-Trump people by far than ever before, looking for a new outlet. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi even fat-shamed the president.
I would rather he not be taking something that has not been approved by the scientist, especially in his age group and in his, shall we say, weight group, what is morbidly obese, they say.
Trump weighs 243 pounds, according to his last medical report. To be considered morbidly obese, he would have to weigh 320 pounds.
Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi called you morbidly obese. I just wanted to know what you had to say in response.
Oh, I don't respond to her. I think she's a waste of time.
Trump began taking the drug a week and a half ago, shortly after his valet tested positive for coronavirus. People who have taken hydroxychloroquine and recovered from COVID-19 are speaking out. 88-year-old Dolores Amen says she and her 90-year-old husband, Louis, beat the odds thanks to the drug.
Do you believe that drug saved both of you?
Yes, I do. Because neither of us had it.
And Republican Congressman Mike Kelly defended using the drug on The View.
Why would you take that drug? There are terrible consequences.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that's your view. That's not my view, and we're on The View.
Trump and his allies on Fox News have been pushing hydroxychloroquine for weeks.
It demonstrated 91% effectiveness in more than 1,000 patients.
What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose?
When Democrats pointed to studies that said hydroxychloroquine may actually be harmful, the drug turned into a political flashpoint. Drug researcher Derek Lowe is skeptical.
I think this drug is giving false hope. I really do, because we don't know enough to say that there's anything real behind it.
They are hopeless on the high seas. We've told you about the plight of cruise ship staff stranded on ships they're not permitted to leave. They are now desperate. In fact, it's gotten so bad, one woman jumped to her death, perhaps to end her situation.
Send us home! Send us home!
Revolt on the high seas as fed-up cruise ship workers demand to get off.
More than 2 months after the cruise ship industry was brought to a halt, an estimated 100,000 crew members, they are still stranded on ships worldwide.
Desperation is setting in. There are reports of several suicides. 15 crew members stranded on this Royal Caribbean ship went on a hunger strike. According to the company, that dispute has now been resolved.
They've seen travel plans fall through repeatedly. Some of their home countries are no longer allowing nationals to return. And so they're really upset.
For Americans trapped on board, the CDC says private transportation must be arranged. Also, there can be no interaction with the public on their way home.
I'm free!
Royal Caribbean hired a bus with 2 drivers to get Julia Whitcomb from Miami to Illinois.
They've given me an entire bus. It's just me on here. It's going to be a 21-hour drive. Well, we're going to do it. Yay!
Julia was working as a singer on the Celebrity Infinity. She was stranded for 57 days on board, most of it confined to a tiny room with 1 window.
I had some of my darkest moments on that ship. So to be off, I just feel so elated.
And this is the joyous moment. McKenna Madden, a dancer from Phoenix, finally got to hug her mom after 2 months at sea on board the Royal Caribbean Freedom of the Seas.
It's incredible. I am so happy to be home.
This remarkable video shows 7 cruise ships in similar circumstances parked off the coast of England. There are 22 ships in a bay in the Philippines waiting for permission to disembark their crew. Thousands stuck in limbo, hoping and praying for a moment like this.
I'm free!
The stranded cruise ship employees come from all over the world. Many countries have simply closed their borders. Others have imposed strict rules on how cruise ship employees will be allowed to return. Back in this country, it is the other pandemic sweeping America, domestic violence. Law enforcement officials say they've seen double-digit increases in cases of domestic abuse. Now comes this, a prominent doctor accused of strangling his wife.
This hulking biker is a top doctor, but now he's in the news for a different reason. Prosecutors say he strangled his wife, weighed down her body with rocks, and dumped her in a pond near their beautiful home outside Boston.
How are you?
Dr. Ingolf Turk is 6'3", but despite his hulking physical presence, he specializes in the delicate art of robotic surgery.
The robotic surgery allows a very precise surgery.
Cops say the doctor told them that he and his wife Katie got into an alcohol-fueled argument in their home, and that when she hit him with a glass, he strangled her with his bare hands. It's the latest case in a growing national trend, a double-digit spike in domestic violence in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. New York State up 30% year to year. Austin, Texas up 17%. Chicago up 12%. Maureen Curtis is an anti-domestic violence advocate.
The main reason that it's on the rise is that people have been told to stay home for safety, and for victims of domestic violence, home is not a safe place.
Dr. Turk allegedly told cops he picked Katie up and carried her outside and placed her in the front passenger seat of her Jeep. He drove Katie's body to a nearby pond and placed her in the water. Cops say when Katie's body was discovered, several rocks were located in her pants. Turk has pleaded not guilty to murder.
Other news today, there's a new book out about President Trump and his relationship with the 4 surviving former presidents. The book also talks about Melania Trump and her relationship with one specific former First Lady. Megan Alexander spoke with the book's author.
It's the most exclusive club in the world, the former presidents of the United States of America who are still alive. But don't expect President Trump to be a welcomed member when he eventually leaves office, as he will likely be banished for his relentless criticism of his predecessors, says Kate Brower, author of the new book, The Team of 5, The President's Club in the Age of Trump.
He ran as an outsider. He has built his brand up on being not part of the Washington elite. So he doesn't want to be seen as someone who fits into the president's club. He's happy that he doesn't fit in, and he's done everything he can to make sure that they won't accept him when he does leave office.
President Trump may have burned his bridges, but what about First Lady Melania? Is Melania speaking to any of the former First Ladies?
Melania does have a relationship of sorts with former First Lady Laura Bush. Melania confided in Laura Bush and said, look, I'm getting so much criticism. And Laura Bush said, look, you're going to get criticized no matter what you do. You need to just get through it, do your best, and move on. So I think that Laura Bush's advice probably helped Melania feel better about how things were going.
Kate Brower says she doubts President Trump will ever get into the good graces of the ex-president's club.
It would require Donald Trump to be apologetic and completely change how he's treated the former presidents.
If you'd like to read an excerpt from the book, just come to our website, InsideEdition.com. It is newly released police body cam footage that attorneys for the family of Ahmaud Arbery say shows just what kind of harassment the young Georgia man experienced. The incident happened more than 2 years before Arbery was shot and killed while jogging.
This is newly uncovered police body cam footage of Ahmaud Arbery that shows him being confronted by local police 2.5 years before he was shot and killed while jogging.
What are you doing out here? You just chilling?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm rapping. I'm rapping in the car.
You got an ID on you, man?
Cops found Arbery sitting in his car in a Brunswick, Georgia municipal park. Things quickly escalated.
Why am I with you? You want to know why I'm with you?
Why? I ain't got on me. What you for?
Because this area is known for drug activity.
The officer calls for backup.
Send me another unit.
Then he checks Arbery for weapons.
You're coming up on me. Make me kind of nervous.
You bothering me for nothing.
Arbery is irate that the officer is checking for criminal activity.
Call my job right now. I go to work.
He refuses to let the officer look in his car. Another officer arrives and attempts to tase Arbery, but the taser gun malfunctions.
I'm just so aggravated because I work hard 6 days a week.
He's finally allowed to leave. Arbery's attorney says the confrontation in the park 2.5 years ago sheds light on what he says is a history of Arbery being hassled by local authorities.
Ahmaud didn't commit any crime. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't act violent towards the police. In fact, he gives his license and he's trying to comply, but yet they continue to harass him.
Arbery was killed in February following a confrontation between Travis McMichael and his father, Gregory, a retired police officer. The men say they suspected Arbery of burglary and acted in self-defense.
We'll be back with more Inside Edition right after this.
Next,
Ryan Seacrest.
What he's saying today about his mysterious drooping eye. Plus, what to expect the next time you go to the hair salon.
Perfect. 97.7.
Inside Edition with Deborah Norville. We'll be right back.
Today at 5 on News 8.
Monroe County seeing a notable rise in COVID-19 hospitalizations with reopening on the line. What the health commissioner is saying about the spike. Plus, where a missing mother and daughter from our area were found, and the latest from police.
If you're hurt in a motor vehicle crash, you deserve the very best representation. And guess what? You can afford William Attar because there's no fee until we win for you. Hurt in a car, call William Attar, 444-4444.
0. The smallest number can now make for the biggest savings at Hyundai. With 0 interest for up to 84 months. 0 payments for 90 days. And thanks to Hyundai Assurance, 0 worries with 3 years of complimentary maintenance. Leaving 0 excuses to not be driving your new Hyundai by Memorial Day. Get a Tucson for 0% APR for 84 months or lease for only $149 a month. Now during the Memorial Day sales event.
Oh, we need each other now. Oh, we need each other now. Do you see? I need you, and you need me.
You've been waiting for the weather to break. When it's finally time to hit the road, let a bike from Burt's Bikes and Fitness set you free to enjoy it to the fullest. Burt's Bikes and Fitness, Orchard Park, Tonawanda, Williamsville, Henrietta, and Webster.
States may be reopening, but that doesn't mean people are returning to their old habits. Public transportation is a source of real concern because for many people, the idea of trying to socially distance on a crowded train or bus just doesn't fly. So as Stephen Fabian reports, they're resorting to other forms of transportation, like bicycles, if you can find one.
America now has a shortage of bicycles. Many bike stores are now completely sold out.
One reason people are just suspicious of taking taxis or boarding crowded public transportation like subways or buses, which can spread the virus. Another reason, with thousands of gyms closed, many of us are trying to stay in shape by riding bikes.
Here at Brooklyn Bicycle, there's been a surge in sales. This customer bought one of the last bikes in stock.
You're going to use that for workout? Yeah. Instead of, you don't want to get on the subway, right?
I'm avoiding subway.
Would you say there's a bike shortage right now?
Yeah, I wouldn't even call it a shortage. There's no bikes in the United States right now. We have
Less than nothing. We've actually pre-sold probably about 1,200 bikes.
Is this one sold?
This one is pre-sold, yeah.
Tension over social distancing is getting to lots of people. In New Jersey, a neighbor called cops on a father who took his 2 kids to a local park.
This is nonsense. This is Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And you got people calling the police on a dad and 2 kids because they want to play outside? Who's going to get sick? There's nobody here.
Police did come, but they apologized to the dad.
Hi, I have a medical condition that I'm not allowed to wear a mask because you're discriminating against me now. Do you know that? You're discriminating against me. No, because I have private stuff that I don't want you to see.
In California, a shopper is barred from entering the supermarket because she's not wearing a mask. The store managers do their best to resolve the situation, offering to shop for her.
You guys can get a lawsuit.
Across the USA, everyone is gearing up for Memorial Day weekend, but it'll be unlike any we've ever experienced. Here's Jim Murray.
Here in Los Angeles, you are allowed to go into the water to swim or surf, but once you come out, you've got to keep moving. No beach chairs, no blankets. Meanwhile, across the country in New York, it's a different situation. The mayor there has ordered that on Memorial Day, he will order cops to haul out anyone caught swimming at city beaches.
If anyone tries to get in the water, they'll be taken right out of the water.
Good luck with that, Mr. Mayor.
You know, Mayor, how about you go into the water and you pull people out? I don't think the NYPD is going to do that.
Last time we told you about the concern for Ryan Seacrest when he slurred his words and had a droopy eyelid on the American Idol finale. Well, now Ryan is talking about what was happening.
He's back and he says he's A-OK. Ryan Seacrest returned to Live with Kelly and Ryan this morning after exhaustion kept him off the air yesterday.
I want to thank Mark for filling in yesterday. I appreciate that.
Yes, it was his pleasure.
He's so good at it. And also all the very kind well wishes from my exhaustion working around the clock.
There was no further mention of that on-air incident that had viewers worried about the TV personality's health on Sunday. Social media erupted with concern when they saw Seacrest with a droopy eye and slurred speech during Sunday's American Idol finale, leading many to speculate he had suffered a stroke. But now he's putting those reports to rest.
I got a day off to relax, and here we are once again at it on Live.
How you doing?
And Wendy Williams is taking a break from her daytime show due to a flare-up of Graves' disease. In consultation with her doctor and as a precautionary measure, she will be taking some time off as she continues to receive treatment. We look forward to welcoming Wendy back soon and continuing the Wendy at Home shows, said a spokesperson for her show. Williams has been taping episodes of her show at home during the pandemic, but switched to reruns this week. It's over again for Brian Austin Green and Megan Fox. The Beverly Hills 90210 actor confirmed the split from the Transformers beauty on his podcast. The couple had filed for divorce back in 2015 before reconciling. Now it seems to be officially over.
When we come back, a look at what a trip to the salon will be like in the future.
Closed caption sponsorship for Inside Edition is brought to you by...
It's hard to get all the daily fiber we need from food alone. That's why I love Fiber Choice.
With the fiber found in many fruits and vegetables. Fiber Choice, the #1 gastroenterologist recommended chewable fiber.
Stay tuned. There's more Inside Edition to come.
Macy's Memorial Day sale has great furniture and mattress super buys. Like this outdoor sofa, $1,099. And this sectional, $1,879. Plus, save big on Sealy Posturepedic mattress closeouts. Now at select Macy's stores and Macy's.com.
Today at 5 on News 8.
Monroe County seeing a notable rise in COVID-19 hospitalizations with reopening on the line. What the health commissioner is saying about the spike. Plus, where a missing mother and daughter from our area were found, and the latest from police.
We know you're ready for summer, and Tops is ready for you with the best deals in town.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I must give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
I called Salino and Barnes after my car accident to see if I had a case. I did. They got me $700,000.
Do you have a case?
Many people don't know.
Call us now and find out.
Call 888-8888.
Whether it's a dog, cat, or something else, News 8 is proud to help connect the right pets with the right people. Watch Friend for Life on air and online. Sponsored by Pets at Peace.
Welcome to the all-new DioGuardi Auto Sales, where safety always comes first. Considering a sports car for the summer? Here's a 2015 Chevrolet Corvette Z06 with only 7,400 miles. Or a 2019 Chevrolet Corvette Grand Sport with only 2,700 miles. If you have a smaller budget, a 2013 Dodge Challenger with only 25,000 miles and only $239 a month. DioGuardi Auto Sales. Call first for an appointment. 266-9000.
Hello, I'm William Shatner, and you may not know this about me, but years ago, I was diagnosed with a sleep disorder. And like millions of others, I was prescribed sleep equipment. Did you know sleep equipment manufacturers recommend daily cleaning? That's why I use SoClean. It's the perfect complement to my daily routine, and it's hassle-free. SoClean is fast and easy. It keeps my sleep equipment fresh every day without the need for disassembly.
With SoClean, daily maintenance is a snap. All you do is place your equipment in, close the lid, and walk away. You can try SoClean risk-free for 30 nights. Order now and get a $70 instant rebate.
SoClean is so fast and gives you peace of mind that your sleep equipment is fresh each time you use it.
Call 1-800-340-6875. And for a limited time, get a $70 instant rebate. Call 1-800-340-6875 or go to SoClean.com.
Today at 5 on News 8.
Monroe County seeing a notable rise in COVID-19 hospitalizations with reopening on the line. What the health commissioner is saying about the spike. Plus, where a missing mother and daughter from our area were found, and the latest from police.
If you're like most women, it's been weeks and weeks since you've been to the hair salon. Amber Cogliano has a look at what it'll be like when you do go back.
Before we get started, I'm just going to have you put your purse in this plastic bag.
Sure thing. Is this what going to the salon will look like in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic?
Perfect. 97.7.
Temperature checks at the entrance. No more reading material in the waiting area. And disinfecting procedures for all clients.
We are going to ask you to wash your hands upon entry. And then also, we're giving you an individual cleaning wipe. And this wipe is for your phone.
Wow, okay.
And your glasses.
I visited the high-end, yet-to-reopen Julian Farrell Salon in New York City, where Julian and his wife and CEO Sue Lynn showed me the new normal for salons.
This is a lot of work to get a salon restarted now.
For starters, no one is allowed in the salon without a mask. Between every appointment, chairs will be wiped down, and all of the haircutting tools will be sanitized in a UV sterilizer. Because the air from blow dryers could spread germs, Julian Farrell will have a special blowout section.
We'll have chairs in a certain area just for blowouts.
Expect social distancing when you get your hair washed.
In this room, normally we would have 5 clients at a time. We'll have 1, 2, 3 clients at a time.
And if you want to wax,
we won't be able to do any waxing underneath the mask. No lip, no chin. These areas will remain covered while you're in service.
When we come back, the twin singing grandmas putting a smile on America's face.
Closed caption sponsorship for Inside Edition is brought to you by...
Pain can wear you down, but you're resilient. And Icy Hot No Mess fuels your resilience. Fast-acting, targeted pain relief. Icy Hot.
Stay tuned. There's more Inside Edition to come.
Shop Ashley Home Store's Memorial Day sale. Get up to 50% off. Or apply to the Ashley Cares Relief Program with 3-month payment assistance and 60-month special financing is available. Learn more at ashleyhomestore.com. This is home.
A realtor's expertise provides a ready network of recommended referrals, so you can rest assured you've got the right team to close. Not all agents are realtors. For a trusted resource, look for the R. It's starting to happen every day. People are surprising themselves the moment they realize they can do more with less asthma. Thanks to Dupixent, the add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma.
Dupixent isn't for sudden breathing problems. It can improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks and help prevent severe asthma attacks. It's not a steroid, but can help reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Don't use if allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor right away about signs of inflamed blood vessels such as rash, shortness of breath, chest pain, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection and before stopping any asthma medicines, including oral steroids. Do more with less asthma. Talk to your doctor about Dupixent.
Granny's singing the coronavirus blues. That's next.
Travel consideration provided by...
There are thoughts that are hard to control. You're not good enough, but I am enough. And I know what I'm made of.
Put your skin in the game with a razor that puts your skin first.
Stay tuned. There's more Inside Edition to come.
Today at 5 on News 8.
Monroe County seeing a notable rise in COVID-19 hospitalizations with reopening on the line, what the health commissioner is saying about the spike. Plus, where a missing mother and daughter from our area were found, and the latest from police.
I'm Jeff Anderson. For 37 years, we have been fighting for survivors of child sex abuse. Even in these uniquely challenging times, we're still fighting with dedication and devotion. New York law gives survivors a chance to take legal action, but only until August 13th. If you were sexually abused by a priest, scout leader, coach, or teacher, contact us confidentially today. It's time.
At Clover, we've been delivering relaxation and family fun to our local communities for years. We look forward to delivering some of that much-needed fun and relaxation to you and your family again soon.
Getting back to normal may still take a while, but some things really can't wait. And fortunately, they don't all have to. If you were injured in a car crash or other accident, you can't afford to wait for the legal help you need. At William Mattar, we're safely helping accident victims like you right now. 24/7 nights and weekends. We're always just a call or click away. Hurt in a car? Call William Mattar, 585-444-4444.
Finally today, they are twin grandmothers whose coronavirus blues will have you smiling.
Self-quarantine is for the birds, but we gotta do it just to flatten the curve. I said to flatten that curve. Yeah, flatten that curve. Oh, Lord, please help us. We got coronavirus blues. Now go wash your hands.
The ladies say they wrote the song in 45 minutes and absolutely can't believe it's gone viral. That's Inside Edition for today. I'm Deborah Norville. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
I thought losing my dad would mean having to part with the things I knew he loved. But we chose a newcomer and saved thousands on a service he would have been proud of. And we didn't have to sell those things to cover the funeral costs. His house was always filled with music and laughter. And now, I'm able to keep those memories alive.
Cremations and funerals can be expensive.
But not at Newcomer. Spend less, leave more.
It's the Great Comfort Gift Back. We're giving back to you with extreme savings on the best windows and sunrooms in New York.
Get an unheard of 20% off plus a 5% comfort stimulus discount. Make no payments till 2021.
For everyone who stays home but shows up to help every day, we are grateful. Fidelis Care. Here today, here tomorrow, here to stay. Call 1-888-FIDELIS or visit fideliscare.org.
Coronavirus Facts First on News 8 WROC. Now, your forecast first, sponsored by ESL Federal Credit Union.
It's warmer and it's also not raining across western New York. Two really good things for us. 65 in Rochester. I think we lose the cloud cover tonight. By tomorrow, you're going to end up with some of the most sparkling weather that we have seen in many months across the area. We'll take you on a full tour coming up.
Also ahead, a missing mother and daughter finally found.
how they wound up nearly 3,000 miles from Rochester.
Plus, right as we try to reopen, Monroe County is reporting a rise in the number of people heading to the hospital with COVID-19. The response today from the health commissioner.
From the team you can trust, this is News 8 at 5.
Good evening, everyone. COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations in Monroe County are rising. For the past 10 consecutive days, the county has been setting single-day highs in the number of people admitted to the hospital because of the virus.
The Monroe County Health Commissioner says he estimates about 2 to 3% of the Monroe County population is infected as well, and that means anywhere from 14 to 22,000 people could have COVID-19. Some 2,200 cases have been confirmed. Today, the health commissioner said there may be a reason for the increase in diagnoses and hospitalizations. Rebecca Fath reports.
Monroe County Health Commissioner Michael Mendoza has new numbers to show exactly what's happening. He says one of the reasons we've seen a spike in numbers is because more testing is being done at nursing homes and assisted living facilities. Dr. Mendoza says the numbers show an increase in the total number of hospitalizations and new cases in Monroe County.
The number of tests that we've performed as a county has increased dramatically since the beginning of May. A good proportion of these individuals are coming from nursing homes and assisted living facilities. So these are people coming into the hospital, or people who are already in the hospital being tested for COVID.
Mendoza reiterates the vast majority of people in hospitals and new cases coming into county hospitals are from nursing homes and assisted living facilities. Mendoza says over the past week, the number of cases is rising because the county is testing people who are more likely to be positive.
Testing more people who are symptomatic is much more likely to yield a positive result. We are testing symptomatic people who we've already identified through contact tracing.
Mendoza says they're also testing more in nursing homes and hospitals. And despite numbers going up, Dr. Mendoza says we're not doing too bad.
I think we're on the right track, but I think we need to be vigilant. You know, we see signs that are reassuring every day, and we see signs that are concerning every day. When we look at the hospitalization numbers, yes, they look like they're going up, but we've got to dig into that. And, you know, at the end of the day, are people sicker now? I don't believe so.
Mendoza adds, on average, 5 people are admitted to county hospitals each day. We'll have much more coming up at 6, and of course, this full interview is on our website, rochesterfirst.com. In Brighton, Rebecca Fath, News 8.
All right, Rebecca.